again, Ton Paradis at Le Paradis d'Angély. This is a very small clip on deadheading. When I arrived in India, most of the basil plants that I saw were very scrawny and had very few leaves on them. So, because I was in the habit of doing that in Quebec, what I started to do is to deadhead them. So basically, you can do it with a secateur, and you can also do it by hand very easily. And then this is what your basil plant. This is one plant of basil, and this is what it's going to look like. So when it's time to do pesto, or when it's time to do any type of pasta or anything that you need lots of leaves, you really have a lot of foliage to do this. Your basil plant, the more that you deadhead it, the same as roses or any flowering plant, the more that you deadhead it, then the plant doesn't think that it's dying. The plant, if you let it seed, it's thinking, okay, I've done my job, now I can wither away, and it's going to get thinner and thinner all the time. So where if you keep deadheading it, first of all, the seeds, those seeds are going to keep growing back, which creates little flowers that the bees absolutely adore. So you're attracting the pollinators, you're helping the bees, all the pollinating insects that, the butterflies and the bees are going to come at. You see that when it's sunny, this is full of bees. So I would not do this when it's sunny. If I come to my basil plants and it's full of bees, I don't touch it. I let the bees do their things. But right now, it's kind of a hazy, wet morning, so the insects are not doing their business. I think they're snoozing. So this is a good time for me to come over and just simply deadhead the whole thing. And that, all of these seeds, pods, are going to grow back. You can use them in cooking also, but they're all, and I can just throw them, and that way I'm propagating my basil here, because from doing this exercise, we had about 50 plants in our beds a bit all over the place. So we kept it for polyculture, and as for pollinators, and all the extra plants, we moved them on the other side. So now we have about 50 extra plants. Also, people come over, we can always give them plants, and they're always happy to get these beautiful basil plants. But this is what one plant can look like, as opposed to these little scrawny things. So it's really, really helpful for the insects, for you to have pollinators. It's an easy job to do when you're tired in the garden and you just want to do something easy. This is something that you can do by hand or with a secateur. It's going to propagate your basil, and it's just going to make your plant very green and give you lots of leaves when it's time to use it. So I really encourage you to deadhead your basil and deadhead pretty much every herb and flowers also. And that's my 2 bits for today. See you in the next video.